Welcome, everybody. We are going to be working on balance today, something that every dancer needs, and something that we never really work on specifically, which I think can hold us back in a lot of times. So you may notice those tiny, tiny muscles that you don't pay attention to very often. They might start aching, they might start hurting, and that's totally okay. This is, again, something that I think should be part of every dancer's practice. It doesn't need to be every day because you don't want to tax those muscles too much, but always something to work on. Just remember that we are all in different places, so what you see me doing, you might be able to do much more. What you see me doing, you might need to modify to make it safe for you. Whatever you need, that means that you are still doing it, and so that's all I'm looking for. We're going to work for it together, and I will see you on the floor. Okay, so we're going to start our balance practice with the basics, and remember, every single thing that we're doing, you can scale it up or down depending on where you are in your balance and kind of just how you're feeling today. Because balance is something that can go much higher or much lower day to day. So if you are a little less comfortable with your balance, please make sure you have a chair next to you, or even like a ballet bar that you can hold on to in case you get a little off, especially for safety's sake. Now, if you do that, I'm going to challenge you to have as light of a touch as possible until you need it, and then please use it for safety's sake. If you want to scale this up, the way you do that, basically every single thing that we're doing, narrow your base of support, so if our feet are wide, that means bring them together. And then if you really want to go advanced, it means close your eyes, because once we take that visual feedback away, trust me, I'm a neuroscientist, it gets much more challenging. But let's check this out. Okay, so we're going to start with the basics. Our feet are about shoulder to hip width apart, and all we're going to do right now is come on up to our toes. Now, as we're doing this, and with every balance practice, make sure you are tight around your core. And whenever we're up on our toes, I want soft knees, just like any ballroom standard dance. We're never locking our knees like this. Waltz, foxtrot, quick step, all that stuff. You're never locking your knees. So nice soft knees, but push up on your toes as much as you can. And you can see that when I'm looking around, I'm wobbling back and forth. That's totally okay. You probably are too. Using those small muscles in our feet and our ankles and our legs to keep us going. Right, I'll turn back and face you. We're going to scale this up now. First, we've got a kind of wide base of support in our arms. Now, see, I fall too. Bring it back up above our head. Now we're narrowing it up there. This is our Spilo position. And if you're comfortable, bring your feet together. Remember to keep that nice soft knee and hold it as best you can. Try and not let your heels touch, even if you go up and down like I am. Now for those of you who want to get a little advanced, remember, if you need to, for safety, hold on to something. But advanced, with the change of the song, close your eyes. We'll see how I do. You can probably see that I'm moving a little bit more. If you need to move your feet, that's okay. Talking and eyes closed is very hard. I'm going to open my eyes now. With every exercise, if you want to stay here more, pause and keep working towards repeats. We're going to bring our arms down, our heels down, and we're going to move on to the next one. So now that we've gotten back into some balance, we just did 2 feet. We're going to work going back and forth with 1 foot here. Now with this, we're going to start with our heels down, and again, we're going to scale it up as we go. Peak with whatever you are comfortable and whatever's going to keep you safe. Remember, if you need something to hold on to, please do it. But we're going to start on our left foot. First thing, soft knee. We're just going to lift up our right leg. The closer in you bring your right leg, the harder it will be, because again, we're narrowing that base of support. That nice, tight core. Now, just because the music is saying sway, you don't have to sway. Okay. A little more. Again, this will make it easier if you've seen tightrope walkers. That's why they have those giant poles for balance. Now we're going to transition nice and slowly so we're not falling in or out of anything. You might notice when you're doing this that one leg is a lot better, a lot stronger than the other. And that is completely normal. Do not worry about that. It just means you might want to focus on one more than the other. Okay, so we've got the basics of 1 foot down. Now we're going to try for some dynamic balance. Again, our heels are down. And even though we're not swaying, we are going to go back and forth. So starting with the left. And switch. So you want to make sure you're moving deliberately, not falling, but still moving fast so you're challenging yourself. At your own pace, you can watch me or go with what you want to do. See that I have to catch myself too, that's totally alright. Speed it up if you're able. You're only staying there long enough to know that you're in your balance before you move. Okay, so if you are ready, and if you feel like you're able, you can stay where we just were. Otherwise, we're going to lift our heels up. This is where it gets really challenging. So we're on our left foot. Again, soft knee, tight core. This is where it gets challenging for me too. You can probably see that I'm wobbling a lot. Heel up. Do your best. I'll turn around so you can see. Do your best to stay straight up. You don't want to lean forward like this, because again, we want our dancer posture. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling this everywhere. In my feet, my calf, in the side of my hip to keep me stable. And you can use your other leg as a balance. Again, if you are very strong in your balance, stronger than me, you can try, and move your leg around as an extra challenge. I cannot do that. Before we get too tired in that, let's switch over to the right leg. And lift. As I was saying, one leg might be stronger than the other. I think you can tell which leg is stronger for me. My right leg, it gives me much more challenge. But hopefully, this gives you license to be okay not being perfect when you see me moving around and flopping around everywhere. Again, we want to stay nice and straight. Now I'm going to try and show you moving the leg around. The tighter you can keep your core, the better. You can use your legs, your arms as balance. Whew. Okay, shake it out. I know that I need to after that. Remember, if you want to keep on doing this, you can skip back to what we just did. Otherwise, I'm going to go over a couple of more really important positions that we hit in dance that we want to make sure we can be balanced in. Okay, so from here, we're going to get into some more dance-specific positions. And the one that I always harp on, so you're going to see it here, is when we are moving between our feet. You can think of this like if we're doing foxtrot or anything with continuity footwork. It's when we are in this position. So our right foot is forward, our left foot is backward. This applies both to the leads, who would often be going forward in this position, but also for the follows, who would be going backwards and hit the exact same position. So with this, I'm going to ask both my leads and follows to follow along in the way that we're doing it here. Right foot, forward. Get in whatever frame is correct for you. Again, soft knees, we don't want to be rigid. And now, front foot on your heel, back foot on your toe. So you have 2 points of contact. And you can probably see here, again, my ankles are wiggling. From here, very slowly so that you're not falling, I want you to go back and forth. So you're putting your toe down up front, heel down in the back. Because this would be, keep going, but I'll show you. This would be if you're going backwards or now forwards. Back, 2, 3, 4, and come back to the middle. You're on your toe and your heel. And of course, this is also good framework, so keep your elbows as high as possible. Okay. Shake it out. Next step with this happens a lot more with our gentlemen, but it also happens for our follows as well. When you're on both toes, this will still most often happen with the right foot forward. So we're going to do that here.
And this hat, I'll look just like Saint Nick.
You'll forgive my foxtrot playlist. It technically is a foxtrot if anyone's interested. But from here, we are going to be on both toes now. Now, specifically for standard, if you want to get strict more than just balance, this would be outside partner position. But from here, we're on both toes. Soft knees, but we need to balance on both toes here.
Just face the music, you're a monster.
And really, just you know, ignore the music. From here, now, I want everybody on their own spend a couple minutes moving into that position and stopping, and then moving out. So making sure that you can stop anytime. If you're a lead, what that's going to look like is stepping forward with your right foot, pausing here, and then you can go out. If you're a follow, what that's going to look like is you're going backwards. And you would actually, for foxtrot, be on a toe and heel. But for our exercise, because this will also come up for you, stop on your toes. And then go. I'm going to show this back and forth a couple more times. And step. Stop. Hold. And then keep going. Going backwards.
Given the choice between you, I'd take that.
Stop. And keep going. And one more time, we're just going to hold this position until Jim Carrey's done with his thing. With a good frame. Almost done. And now we can come down. Alright everybody, so those were just a collection of exercises that you can work on for your balance. As I'm sure you can tell, There are plenty of positions that we could have gone over today. Different places that our legs were, different turns that we could catch ourselves out of. So really work on whatever you feel like you need the most work on. What was the hardest for you? I'd be really interested to know, so you can leave your comments below. And also, let me know, what are you looking for? Do you want more drills? Do you want more technique? Do you want more exercise type things? Let me know, and I'll do my best to do that for you. But in the meantime, keep on working, keep on practicing, and I will see you back in a little bit.